On this episode of the DCeric Show, we go back to 2004 with an enhanced version of the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay. And we go 5 years ahead to 2009 with the Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena for PC made by Atari. I believe it was 2010 or 2011, a hot summer's day around the time I was making more money than I am at this very moment. And a very awesome game package went on for a deal on Steam. Of course, this awesome game was the Chronicles of Riddick Assault on Dark Athena, which also came bundled with an enhanced version of the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, which was originally released in 2004. If you didn't know already, the Chronicles of Riddick games were based off the movies Pitch Black and its sequels. The games Escape from Butcher Bay and Assault on Dark Athena tell the story before Pitch Black. Also, if you didn't know already, Vin Diesel, who plays Riddick in the movies, plays Riddick in the games as well. Vin Diesel also gave a helping hand in producing the game, which gave it that extra touch of awesome. The games also featured other big-name actors like Exhibit, Nolan North, Michael Rooker, and many more. These actors really gave another added touch of awesome, and I'm not the biggest fan of Exhibit, but his character was played really well in Escape from Butcher Bay. I think one of the coolest features was how they made Riddick in the game look as close as possible to Vin Diesel. The other characters in the game don't really resemble the actors they were voiced by, other than Exhibit, which shared a close resemblance to his character. All other characters looked pretty well done for not sharing a resemblance to the actors they were voiced by, and added some dark appeal to the game. Both games' stories are pretty amazing, and it's one of the reasons why you should buy this game. It's pretty funny, but both games' stories lead you to escaping the locations they are based on. In Escape from Butcher Bay, it tells the story of Riddick's vision, and Assault on Dark Athena, you're supposed to save a girl and her mother who are held captive. There is different elements in gameplay which make the Chronicles of Riddick games very unique. The game features first-person shooting, combat fighting, stealth, and puzzle missions. The graphics in the game were brilliant, but there was times you'd see the odd glitch in the characters' textures, but this seems to be fixed in Assault on Dark Athena. Nonetheless, that wouldn't stop you from playing the game. Buildings, water, fog, and lighting effects were all done really well. The graphics were done so well that it really gave the game that dark sci-fi feeling. The sound in the game was really well done, and I mean the music in the game isn't something I'd work out to, but it is something I would listen to in a sci-fi game. The characters' voices from whispers to yelling and shouting were all done really well, and Vin Diesel's low, deep voice really kept the character in place and added to the game's dark sci-fi elements. The gameplay was really fun. You were able to use the usual keyboard mouse controls or the Xbox 360 controller. I used the Xbox 360 controller and it played really well with the game. The only problem with the Xbox 360 controller is that anytime you leave the game for several minutes, the controller shuts off and the game starts glitching up and starts controlling itself, changing options and other things that may destroy your game. Auto-aim is another problem I've had with the game, which I am unsure can be changed by difficulty settings or a menu setting. I was looking for the setting that turned it off and couldn't find one. I, however, am unsure if keyboard and mouse controls fix that problem. Another problem I had with the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, when you get further into the game, it's easy for you to get lost if you don't understand the map too well. In Assault on Dark Athena, each mission is described a bit better in the pause menu than Escape from Butcher Bay. The map, however, remains the same and doesn't show you where you are in the game, and you'll have to look on doors throughout the game to know where you are. There is 3 difficulties to choose from, which include easy, normal, and hard. I played the game on easy and it had some tough moments. I never played the harder difficulties, but I can only imagine they will add more difficulty to the gameplay. I had to look at an online video guide for Escape from Butcher Bay more than once, as you might get lost if you don't. In Assault on Dark Athena, I only had to look at the online video guide once on how to destroy a certain enemy, and the enemy was easier to destroy than I thought. The problems in the game are indeed small problems, and it might be easier for others who know how to play these games. I really enjoyed the story, and it made me feel like I was watching a movie. Vin Diesel and other actors do a really good presentation, and that made it worth every buck to buy this game. I really enjoyed Escape from Butcher Bay because I enjoy games about breaking out of prison, and it also included a sci-fi back-end story. I enjoyed Assault on Dark Athena because it felt more like a sci-fi movie, and both games played really well with the dark setting that the Chronicles of Riddick series brings to the games. Well, I guess I've come to the end of the show. I really enjoyed this game. It made me feel like I was watching the movies, and Vin Diesel's presentation was done very well in the game. The gameplay was fun, bringing different elements of play to the game. Sometimes you'll get lost, but with a little help from the internet or a smart mind, you'll get through both games fine. I say get this game if you enjoy the movies. You'll enjoy the game as well as the stories, and of course, you won't get the stories before Pitch Black if you don't play these games. If you enjoy the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay, and Assault on Dark Athena, you can grab them both in a package for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. And you can grab Escape from Butcher Bay on the original Xbox from eBay or your local game shop. However, if you have Steam and you're a PC player, you can get the Assault on Dark Athena package from there as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode and come back to see another game I couldn't keep my hands off of.